Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty intriguing stuff where it actually does seem like we now have another big confirmed wave going and floating around when it comes to Best Buy. And this is more so in regards to the walk-ins, so we're going to talk about that as well. You guys have probably seen us talk about this a lot for the past month or so. Just letting you guys all know, a lot of you folks have actually had a chance to get your consoles for this way. But so I want to let you guys know it does kind of seem like a big flux of stock has shown up in locations, and we have a lot of stuff to go talk about, how to get them, how to find them, how to go and yoink them, and as well, I think throughout the next probably 4 days, 5 days or so, we're gonna actually probably have some pretty good walk-in stuff to go and talk about, pretty good walk-in stuff going around, and as well, just hopefully a lot of you guys getting your console. So looking and seeming pretty nice, and it does seem like it's pretty much confirmed, although as always before we fully dive into the video, it always does depend on your area, your store, your stock location, managers, amount of stock, any plethora of just random potentials. So if anything, maybe go check throughout today, maybe check as soon as you guys see this video on all that good stuff, and let's go and dive on into the video itself. If any of you guys are brand new as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, or the Amazon links down below, still for the PS5 disc and also the Xbox Series X physically in stock will be linked down below. I know a lot of you guys have been picking up the Xboxes, so yoink those on up. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to follow and sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100, get a bunch of free stock, free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching, and let's dive in the video itself. So first and foremost, I want to let you guys all know, as I mentioned really quickly, Amazon does seem like it still has Xbox Series X's in stock. So we have that link down below. It's been kind of in stock for about the day or so, but I've seen a lot of folks go picking on up. So if you guys are on edge or you guys just want to get the easy shipping, link down below. PlayStation 5 Disc Edition will probably maybe cover up in the next video. I'm going to give them another few hours, but you guys already probably know what I'm going to have to go and say. Although, thankfully, even though Amazon just disappoints us nonstop, we at least have Daddy Best Buy over here kind of making us feel a little bit better. So let's go talk about that. When it comes to Best Buy, we have been seeing this kind of format for I'd probably say maybe around the last 5 weeks. Around 3 weeks ago, or more so maybe around 5 weeks ago, we had a lot of in-store drops. We didn't necessarily fully knew what was going on, but we did see the Best Buy glitch and have a chance to kind of see all that stuff, etc. We reported on them. Then maybe around 2 to 3 weeks ago, depending, because some stores kind of slowly got it, we actually saw another wave of Best Buy stock. And it's kind of toned down a little bit throughout this week until as of right now. If you guys saw, we usually see Fridays being pretty active days, and it kind of correlates a lot with the fact that now Best Buy does have some stock inside their stores. I'm going to probably put confirmed in the title just because we've been seeing so many folks getting it all throughout the day. I've had quite a few different tweets at me. I've had quite a few folks as well, some other community members too, etc. So it's worth checking throughout today and probably this entire weekend. Although, as I mentioned at the very start of the video, it does depend on the area, depends on the location, depends on stock, etc., or people got stock, maybe an hour ago, 2 hours ago or so. That does sometimes affect the stock as well. So, as you guys probably know, we've mentioned this a lot. I'm going to use my homie Cam's thing just because he has a huge pointing arrow, and I feel like it usually helps because we've mentioned this before. If you guys want to go and check if your store has stock or stock available, whether it's for walk-ins or pickups, you just want to download the Best Buy app. And all you have to do is just basically find the little in-store ad, and you basically just go and toggle it non-stop until a store shows up. It's okay even if it does even have this sold out or this item is currently sold out, because if it shows up on the map itself, if you're on the app and you kind of are looking through it all, even if it shows up, even if it says out of stock or not currently unavailable, I think the currently unavailable is usually the better one, because let's kind of I don't know how to word it better. So basically, if you have something that's out of stock, it could still have stock in the store location. If it says it's unavailable, kind of thinking about it this way, that just means that at some point it will be available. I don't know how to word it better. Basically, it's the difference between something saying it's sold out versus something saying, coming soon, or just you can't get it right this second, but it's there. I hope those words make sense. If I sound confused, I'm sorry. But basically, just one's a big difference of hey, you just can't get it this second, but it is there, technically, and that's kind of how you have a chance to go and check and see when it comes to the online stuff. So, if you guys want to go and check, we keep on recommending it. We've been saying this throughout the past month and a half, but the reason why we're more so stressing it again and bring it up again is because it does kind of seem like a lot of Best Buy store locations have received the physical stock. So like you're physically able to go and now like either check out the stock or pick it up, which would make sense because as I mentioned around 2 to 3 weeks ago, there was a wave and then it kind of tapered off, and now it seems like it's now another wave. So probably throughout the next, I'd say like 4 to 5 days, based on how the previous waves have worked, we'll probably be seeing some stores throughout this weekend and probably maybe Monday or Tuesday getting and receiving some stock. So what do you do with this information? As I mentioned, if it shows up, whether it's just for pickup today or unavailable, then after that, I'm sure you guys have heard this a bajillion times, you just want to go then and call your local Best Buy store. Or you can just even show up. I think a lot of people nowadays are just showing up on store open, mainly because I think people know the format because we've covered it a lot, and other people have covered it too as well. But basically just want to make sure you have the SKU units for the item itself. So think like the PS5 is 6426149 right here. So that would basically mean like you'd go and do the glitch. You go and have the store that either says like unavailable, or even maybe honestly, if you're lucky, just pick up today for your local store. Not every store will have stock. It depends on your area, depends on your region, as we covered, depends on the boss, depends on stock, depends if people bought the stock, depends if like the employees themselves are yoinking stock. I'm sure you guys know like how it works when it comes to walk-ins. But basically, you'd have that pop up. You see the unavailable, you'd go and call that local store, you'd be like, hey, I saw that there, could you like do an item checkup for me? And then they'd be like, okay, what's the SKU unit? And you'd just be like 6426149, and then they'd either be like, yeah, we have like 7 in stock, I'll put one on hold for you, or I could pick it up for you, or just show up in store right now, and you can go pick it up and buy it. Or as well, they'd be like, we have literally like 1 left, you can see it throughout the next hour, etc., etc. I think that for, hopefully like how I always explain stuff, I always feel like I explain it weird because it's not that hard to understand, but it's also weird to explain. It's basically just like seeing if stock is there, and the kind of the way the Best Buy website and app is kind of messed on up. It kind of basically either shows if it's in the stock or not, if that makes sense. So I'm probably rambling because I just hope people understand what I'm saying. I feel like I've tried to explain it like 4 different times in 4 different videos, and every single time it just seems weird. And just more of the story, download the app, go and kind of like on, off, like a light switch until you go and see it, and then if you see it, you could check your local stores. I do also want to reiterate, because Best Buy stores do sometimes open later too as well. We have also been seeing folks that just basically wake up, so they wake up at like 7 for work, and the stores themselves aren't even open yet. Then they basically just wake up, open the app, check like the code or check your local store for it, and then that's how usually people have a chance to see if there's stock there or not. So that's how like people are showing up at the stores. We've been seeing some folks just showing up and even lining up at openings to try to get their consoles and try to get their stock. But that's a little bit of a ramble. Anyway, so I'd probably say check today. Check your store or give a call or whatever. Just be nice and polite. It always depends on your areas. Use the app glitch first and foremost, though, to kind of line down which stores might have stock. Then the part 2 of that would be probably throughout this weekend, because as we've seen the prior drops before for Best Buy, they'll go and kind of, like, it kind of depends. It's kind of like how, say, for Target, we can see, like, one store in, say, New York had stock, and then, like, no other store had stock for, like, 5 days, and then another store finally gets stock. So it's kind of maybe, like, in that same exact format where, like, it's kind of somewhat various, where different stores and locations will have different stock and stock numbers. Or, like I said, sometimes stores just literally sold out. Like, maybe, like, a lot of people in your area really want to get like consoles, or maybe they're scalpers or whatever it is, and then all of them go and get the stock, and then you're kind of left hanging out. So it's not good. Anyway, so the more of the story is, we have been seeing a very big influx of Best Buy stores getting and receiving stock. There is physical PlayStation 5 stock physically in the stores. Some stores have kind of seemed like it's on the very side, and it does kind of seem like Best Buy itself have been slowly kind of switching to in-store. So just letting you guys know, we actually reported on that like 2 months ago, and I don't know, it always kind of stings for me because sometimes I feel like I'm not like, I don't know, I guess like goated enough. So like we'll cover some of this news and we'll see the information or the leaks or whatever, and then it's just like, then like a few weeks later, it's like everyone's like, oh yeah, hey, here you go. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want people getting their consoles, so I don't mind it at all. But just either way. Anyway. End the story, end all BL. Stores have stock. Check online. Use the app. Show up in the stores in the early morning if you guys want to, although it's not guaranteed that there will be stock. This also can be in effect, too, for other in-demand items. Think the Xbox Series X's, if you guys want to check, or things like, even like, phones or TVs, dishwashers, or whatever else. It's just an easy way to go check and see how their stores work. And as well, I do think we actually have a few other walk-ins, too, as well. We might have a separate video later on throughout today, so we'll keep that in mind for that one. And last but not least, we are still just disappointed it on Amazon. I'm pretty sad on them so far. That'll probably be my next video because I'm sure you guys can tell it's just wasted a lot of people's times yesterday. But as well, if you guys do want to go and pick up an Xbox Series X when it comes in stock as of Amazon, links down below. It should be in stock. Those will be linked down below. I know a lot of you guys have been picking those on up. Just a quick reminder for you guys throughout the next few days. We also have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys would like to follow. We have the also PS5 giveaway ongoing, so make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for that. We have the Weeble down below as well. We also have the Coinbase too on top of that. There's all the other various links too as well. And let me know if you guys get your consoles or not. It will probably be worth checking throughout the next few days or so, and we'll probably bring it up tomorrow as well. But I just want to say thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys later on throughout today. Love you guys.